And we are back with another episode of Twofortheculture. I'm Justin Devonte.
I'm Stephen Ray.
And yes, sir, we are back. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel really good.
I feel good too. We had a pretty good time yesterday, just getting out a little bit.
Yeah, bro. That was too fun. Like, I woke up today, I was like, bro, I'm happy, bro.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
No, it was actually cool. Yeah. Which picture? Because you took a lot of different phone booths at each. We went bar hopping yesterday. I know I'm probably kind of skipping. So let's just talk about what we did, right?
Yeah.
That would probably be the easiest. But yeah. So we just, it was a day to where we both had free because I didn't have to work on Monday. So we went out. Where did we start at? We started at Dino's. That was like the burger joint. You had the hot chicken.
Right.
Yeah. People rave about the burgers. It was cool. It was okay. The fries were really good with the little
you had a burger?
sauce on top. Yeah.
Okay.
You had the hot chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And was the hot chicken too hot for you?
It wasn't too hot, but like, I don't know, the initial taste hit in my mouth, it definitely like kind of cleared my sinuses.
Okay,
So,
I got
and
you.
that was mild.
Oh, right.
They had a spicy. I knew I wasn't gonna hit the spicy.
Oh, wow.
So if that was fucking mild,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Why even do that to yourself?
Yeah, so it was cool. So we went to Dino's.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to Mother's Ruin.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was cool. Got like a couple drinks, and then that's when we went to the second floor, and we had the phone booth.
Yeah, the phone booth. Yeah,
and then you like
the photo booth.
Yeah, exactly. Photo booth. My fault.
I'm gonna start doing that shit everywhere.
No, that was actually cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had posted on Instagram, and then I was like, well, I'm about to do one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I did one. It was cool.
Yeah.
But they do come quick because you pay before it, so it's not like you can redo it or see what you done.
Right.
And redo another one.
Yeah, that first picture is always like, it's too quick.
And then you take 3 pictures, and the third one, I finally noticed to stare at the photo thing and not the myself.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was cool. Then we went to Odie's. That was in Midtown. ODIE. So it's a new bar. I forgot which bar was there before. I think it was maybe like Rebar or something.
Uh-huh.
And so that's a new bar, and they made it way bigger.
That's
what the old couple was next to.
Oh,
us.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then
so we went to 4 places.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. That last one. Where was that?
That was Penn's Mechanical.
That's the spot.
Yeah. You was serving me in the little
the basketball.
Yeah.
Thing.
You call it beer pong, like it's the big version of beer pong.
Oh.
Yeah, it's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I fucked with that place.
Yeah. No, Penn's Mechanical is cool. Yeah.
No, Yeah.
But it was inevitably going to be the last place because I was like, I might as well drain my battery around town and then go to the last place to charge a car. So I always knew. Well, we may have, depending on how things started, we was probably going to start at ML Rose and I would charge a car there. So we would never went to Penn's. But I was like, let me make this the last trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
and
that was
it'd be
perfect.
cool. Yeah. And we could have did a lot more had we spent more time.
No, that was cool. The whole day, man.
No, so yeah. So overall success, I was definitely feeling the alcohol. I wish I had the hookah thing back at the house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would have been definitely chilling.
I definitely would have partook in that.
Yeah, so I just kind of, chilled out for a little bit before I started driving Uber.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just kind of relaxed for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
I got you. All right.
No, that was dope. I gotta go back to that place. Penn's Mechanical.
Penn's Mechanical. Yeah.
Go there in Nashville.
Yeah. No, well, I think they may have another place in another place. That's just not the only place you can go to a bar. I think they have it's nationwide. I think.
Oh, really?
I think.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back there.
Yeah, the only thing they don't serve food.
They don't?
Yeah, I know. That's what they.
They don't even look right.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't even sound right.
Exactly. I think they may have Hot Pockets or something crazy like that.
That's kind of dope, though.
Well, because that's why they have the food truck outside too.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's kind of that kind of makes sense a little bit.
Not really.
All you can do is drink, so you're gonna have to basically just spend money, and you're not gonna sober up. Does that make sense?
I think you can make money a grip off food though. and they have so many tables.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they have a bowling, and people can eat while they bowl.
Right.
Yeah, it just makes so much sense to have food. Yeah, you definitely losing out on money.
Well, shit.
Because the more people can linger around and eat and drink at the same time, it makes more sense to do that.
I still kind of like that though.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because that now you have to like make whatever your day is a day. Like, so we get food here, and then we go here. Like if it's like a date or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I get it's however you want to look at it, but it would make more sense for them to have food there.
Yeah, it threw me off when you said that.
Yeah, for sure. But no, I had a really good time, so I'm glad the kind of stars aligned for us to even have a day to kind of really even enjoy. No, so that was super dope. But we can really get if you have nothing to add. Yeah, is there something that's pressing on your mind?
Pressing?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just anything.
Anything?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Nothing I think of.
Yeah,
it'll come out.
For sure, yeah. But there was something that I found interesting, just seeing people's relationships. And like even my mom and dad, I wouldn't call them good friends, but they have like a good like relationship to talk and chill, or not chill, just like be on the, they can have that. They haven't had that in years, and they really don't talk to each other. But it just reminds me of like the good, usually if you're in a long-term relationship and it ends, they're always like it's like a friction that's there. And it just sparked a question, even though my mom and dad don't have this relationship because they don't talk. Not that they have like any animosity, but could you be in a be in a long-term relationship with somebody, then be best friends with them afterwards?
Best friends? I'm not sure best friends, but I could be like on the phone, just like kind of cordial, like, hey, how are you? Which has happened,
right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about though. I mean, I don't know if it's like it could be that close because it sounds like they're not like that close.
I mean, no, but it could be that, and it wouldn't feel weird. You know what I mean? Yeah, but there's some people that I've seen that was like they're like close friends, and maybe it's because they was maybe married before and then they're best friends, and maybe there's like some TV show shit.
Yeah, I did hear about maybe in this past month that I was scrolling and there was a guy. And he was married to his wife for like, I don't know, 10, I don't know the time frame, but a long time. And they broke up, and now she's still, she still to this day, like basically controls like his money, like his finances.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's.
But he's not married.
He's not married.
Yeah. To her. Okay. No, I'm saying married again. Because that would
be kind of weird.
Yeah, that would be very strange.
That was my only thing too, cause I feel like that alone, like being in another relationship, it's automatically gonna fuck that up. Well, I think I just don't see women just being okay
with another. That's y'all are one, and you're effectively controlling our money.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
And like, how could somebody be willing to trust another individual that they was no one. I wouldn't be that trusting, and that'd be a stretch to ask for that.
Yeah,
from another person, let alone woman or man. You know what I mean?
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, of course. She's like, hey, my ex-husband controls my finances. You'd be like, what?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to convince me. You really gonna have to sell me on this. Why this makes sense? Yeah.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and she was cooking on Sunday for her family, and then she said, "Yeah, my dad's coming, and I don't know what my mom's doing." And then I was like, "Wouldn't they just ride together?" She was like, "Oh no, they're divorced. They're not together." I was like, "Oh, so they like hang out and stuff?" She's like, I mean, sometimes. I mean, I don't think that if something wasn't bad that you just have to like never see this person again, and she just said it in a way where it was like healthy. Like it wasn't like any animosity. I know you got a wife, you got a husband, whatever. Like y'all gonna have separate lives, but the friend thing that I was saying, or that you were saying.
Yeah. Well, I guess is there anybody that you dated that you could see yourself being best friends with?
See, when you throw the best on there,
Yeah.
it's just like.
Well, okay, you don't have to. You don't have to be best friends.
Uh-huh.
But it can be somebody you are friends with.
Yeah.
That you can you'll call on and talk to them and get relationship advice from. And yeah, but it don't gotta be like the best. Is like, hey, you have to be here, because you're supporting me, and I expect you to be there. You know what I mean? It don't have to be like that.
Yeah, I can see that. I can kind of see that. Yeah. I didn't think that at first, but like after like the dust settles from any relationship really, and then you just kind of see like where y'all at. I have somebody I possibly could be like friends with, or yeah. I say that. I mean, I think, because I just feel like as soon as you throw in a new situation, that shit dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's understandably so. Like, you already had a certain dynamic with each other.
Yeah.
And then now a person's coming on that's uncomfortable for that individual.
Right.
So I would, if I'm that best friend for a girl that I did date, I could see how I should be removed from what y'all got going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you do it?
Could I be friends with somebody I was?
No. Could you date a girl and she's best friends with her baby daddy?
I mean, we're best friends with her baby daddy.
Best friends.
Well, I mean, you gotta throw the bestest on there. Like she calls him every time. Like,
I had a bad day. I just need to talk to somebody.
I mean, I guess, I guess that's okay. It's just when y'all if y'all are talking about, y'all can grab lunch together. I think that's fine. But in terms of, hey, y'all really like hanging out at night, that's kind of where my draw
brunch time.
Huh?
They can just hang out and brunch hours.
As long as you're not going to each other's houses and it's not dinner, like brunch and having lunch with somebody that you have a good relationship. Definitely, if it came before me and that's what y'all's doing, that's fine. I think I can live with that. And you said her baby daddy. I mean, you're going to have a relationship with them anyway. And there's a lot that you need to discuss and talk about parent wise. Of course, that can be definitely done over the phone, but I can live with that. Yeah. I mean, and he's and then I would assess, hopefully, that he's a good dude. Yeah. Obviously, if you're hanging with him, I would trust your judgment that you hang with somebody that's cool. So if I met him, like, he's a cool dude. Yeah. I totally get why you would want to hang with him. Now, if he's like some hood that nigga, I don't even get it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't see it. I don't like him. He don't like me. Then that's a whole other thing.
So you don't like hood dudes?
Huh? I'm just giving the situation.
Yeah.
No, it gotta make sense. I'm hood niggas can be personable. You know what I mean? But I don't associate with that. You know? Yeah.
I get what you were saying. But I don't know, man. I couldn't imagine being with. I'm trying to put myself in this position, and then my girl is on the phone with her baby daddy talking about, I don't care. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, in a person who's friends with, like, of course, there's going to be a lot of different things that would be kind of draw the line.
Yeah.
But that person is like, hey, if he's giving her advice that is also like kind of checking her in a way, it's like, you do be tripping when you do this thing, and you need to work on that. And if you think you're going to keep him, because I think that sometimes manly advice is important too. Yeah, and you're going to somebody who knows you well, then as long as that it's just love, you know what I mean? It's not like friendly love. Then it's not nothing more. Then I'm okay with that in a certain way. You know what I mean?
Just because
I know I'm living
it happened one time to me.
Yeah, I think this is like a fairy tale world we're living in.
Yeah.
We're just assuming that she's not going to draw any feelings. You know what I mean? I think this is a really fantasy world to say. I'm saying that's why you got to sell it on me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had just a quick story.
Go ahead.
I was dating this girl, and she broke up with me for like a random reason because we got back together like the next day or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So she just like crashed out basically and
Mm-hmm.
just broke up with me, and then yeah. Later I found out in the 24-hour period of us breaking up, she invited her ex over to her house to talk about what you just said about like what's wrong with me, like I really like him. I literally talking about me the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said that he left mad, and I'm like, what did you think was gonna happen?
He left mad
He
about
left mad because she invited him over
Oh, I mean,
at 2 a.m.
yeah.
and and they had that conversation. So there are people out there that will do that. Just like, hey, like what's wrong with me? Like what am I doing wrong? What could I do better?
Yeah.
And I don't trust niggas that
I mean,
much.
what did he wasn't a friend of hers.
I think maybe she was looking for that, but
See, I think
no, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Right,
it's not the
right.
same. I'm just saying like that reminded me of how else that could go.
Yeah. See, I just prayed that my girlfriend has more self awareness than that. Till
Absolutely.
you invite somebody at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and you didn't, I mean, at bare minimum, let them know what's happening.
Right.
Yeah, that's something you have a phone conversation with at minimum, and if you need to get it out, then I can maybe somewhat understand the call. But I don't fault her for trying to get an understanding of what she's doing wrong.
Uh-huh.
I think but it was the person that you didn't really communicate well with him, so he could know what's happening.
No, she told like I said, niggas just gonna be niggas. So
I mean,
if I get invited over and you want to talk about love, all right, I'm pulling up.
So why is he mad then?
Probably because he ain't getting none.
No, so who you mad at yourself? She told you why you coming in. If somebody says, "Hey, I need help moving,"
Yeah.
you're like, "Bro, you didn't throw me no pussy though." He's like, "I told you I need help moving." Yeah, that's on you to be mad at yourself.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
I was just it just reminded me of that one moment, and I was just like, but what the fuck was that? But
Yeah. So, but I think that actually is a good step in the right direction when she did that, at least at that moment. You know what I mean?
I guess she kept tripping after that.
Yeah, I said at that moment. Yeah. So she didn't.
She tried.
So, but not only that, he ain't gonna give good advice because he ain't trying to. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's like, I think you should do this
should
next
block
time.
him.
He's trying to have sex, so he's probably gonna tell her you did everything right.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. So he's giving bad advice because he's not coming with the right intentions.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, his whole intention is like.
Yeah. So he's like,
I don't think
whatever
y'all should be together
allows
for
me
real,
the
for real.
easiest access. So I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna be a yes man in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that yeah. But yeah, I do commend if she's willing to say, hey, okay, I recognize that this is an issue, and this you're the second person that reacted in this way. Maybe it's me, so let me go back to the original source. I can see where she was coming from, and that's. I give her at least at the moment to be props. Now she should have known who he was,
Right.
but I mean, whatever happened at that moment, I can see. I don't fault her, I guess, is at the end of the day.
I got you. I had a question too about relationships. Do you think? And this was the same. This was the same girl that I had. That I thought about this. Or one of the many relationships that I was in that I thought about. Do you feel like when you're with someone, the intensity of love, the level of love that is poured into the relationship, do you think that one day that's gonna match the intensity of pain in a relationship? Because I thought about it with that girl, and I was talking to you about it one day, and I was saying how quickly we got together, how fast we moved to get together was exactly how fast that shit ended. Yeah. And I thought about that too in another relationship of mine, of like how long the long term relationship that I had, like with her, she like, and how long that was and how much love was poured into it and all that, and I was fucked at the end of that. Like couldn't even bruh. So then I thought about like, I wonder if the amount of love that you put into something one day, that I don't know, that's a pessimistic way of looking at it, but I wonder if that's true.
Okay, so because you said a lot, so okay, so give me the question one more time.
Do you think that the amount of love that you pour into a relationship, like the level of it, do you think in that same relationship one day pain is going to match that same intensity of love?
I think that it can definitely, definitely can, for sure.
Yeah, I'm saying like, is it a 2-in-1 package in everything, in every relationship?
I mean,
think about all your relationships and like how much you love this, and then like the end of it.
Yeah, I think the more you love them, I think there's an equal and opposite reaction level to it. A little, and because if you love so much and then you're separating from the person you love, then that's going to equal that pain. I think. Yeah, because you're mad that you gotta let that person go. That person, broke your heart. So I think that all of that comes with each other. Hopefully, it doesn't get to that point and y'all get married and further the relationship. But if it breaks up, it's not gonna be like a oh well feeling. Yeah. Not if you truly love that person, you want to see yourself with them. Yeah. But also you can also have that love. Then it's also like, and I know I didn't follow this, so but I know that it can exist. So what I was about to say, or what I am saying is, when you love somebody, there is like my last. I've only been to a relationship, the one I'm in now, and the last one. So the one previous to it, it was like, all right, I can see why this will not work out. Yeah. I was like, we're just too different. There's a lot of things in your life that you have strife in, but I ignored them. So what I'm saying that too, there is an opposite side of to where I could have been like phased it out over time, and to be like, all right, I need to come up with an exit plan, because this ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then that's like, let me ease my heart. I'm not saying this ain't me, because I don't think I really have that emotional control to that degree. At least in my mind. Now there is emotional control that I maybe not let you see. Yeah. Like, all right, he looks unfazed by this. But actually, I'm extremely bothered. Yeah. But I'll deal that in my mind. Yeah, nowadays. Back then, I was very much led with my sleeve for sure. But yeah. So I think that if you truly love a person, that there's not that pain is going to equal that love that you have for her. And then for me, I get guarded and I get kind of hardened into it, so it's harder for you to get more accepting of that love. Yeah. And because I may treat you as equal as that last relationship, because that's fairness. I don't want to take that away from anybody, but it's more accepting and be more controlling of how how you act makes me react. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like you're giving yourself more so the power versus like love itself.
Exactly. That's beautiful. That's exactly what I was trying to say and all that. Yeah. To where it's like, all right, I still may be heartbroken to a degree, but I'm not going to be overreactive. I understand how this goes. Yeah.
All right, yeah, that scares me a little bit sometimes. So, I mean, I haven't been. Well, I guess like today now, myself now today, it kind of scares me a little bit. Like if I start liking a girl, and then like when the love shit starts happening,
Mm-hmm.
I do. Well, it hasn't happened yet,
Mm-hmm.
but when I look forward, like in the future and shit, yeah, it does kind of like it's like a small little thing in my head, just like damn, like the more that I like this person, like something.
Mm-hmm.
It, it, I mean, even if you're married, whatever, even if you stay with this person until like death, I feel like that love, something's gonna happen to where like it's gonna be the same intensity of how much I put into this.
Right, and I think a part of how it is to add to my point is I over the last it's 2025, so over the last 3 years I hold myself to a higher regard than I ever have before. Like I was, and not to say don't have insecurities now, but I had a lot more then. Yeah, to where that I felt that even though now looking at it, I brought a lot to the table, but I was the catch. She was the catch more than I was. Yeah. So the leverage was felt. I felt like in my mind, even though
Cue Future
everybody
song.
else may have seen different in my mind, that I was definitely, she was a better catch than me, and she had more of that leverage.
I
But yeah,
get that.
and so now I feel more as like
That does change things. Actually, I do remember feeling that before.
mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah, it changes shit.
Because now I'll be like, I know absolutely I'm not for everybody, and so I always state that. I want to be clear on that. But also I know I see now that I got experience, I see how other people date too, and I was like, hey, there's a lot of things I don't have, but there's a lot of things I do have, and you ain't just gonna get me everywhere. I'm not that easy to replace for real.
Oh
Yeah. So you can do it if you want, but I know how many people will be happy with being a partner who have the same attributes as me.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
But so what about you in terms of the love to pain equalness of it? Do you feel that same way, or do you feel?
I feel like yeah, kinda, yeah. I feel like it might be a 2-in-1 thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like every relationship that I've been in, and the ones where it was like real love there. It was like damn the same near amount of pain.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah. What's your perspective on it? I feel like you're not as traumatized as I am on your past relationships.
Traumatized? What do you mean?
I don't like.
I'm never gonna date anybody with
No,
blue eyes again.
I don't think that's what I do. But I feel like I'm hardened to a certain degree. I feel like you're very, and I'm cautious. Yeah. But I feel like you don't have that same PTSD in that way.
I don't know. I just feel like I really don't know how to answer that. What? Just ask me.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Okay. I'll be more specific and not compare us two. Is that what I'm saying? Is I feel like you should be more hard in giving your past relationships. Yeah. Yeah. Than what I feel like you are.
I think now it's a little different. Just because of literally like my last relationship, like that just taught me a lot. I was just thrown off by like how well she was treating me. I was like, I'm gonna just let this slide. I'm gonna let this slide. And then eventually it was like, oh, okay, this is exactly what I did before. Or it was totally different circumstances and situations. Of course. But now I'm like really like I could just see what's going to happen, or I could see like, oh shit, if I let this slide, or if I let that slide. Now in relationships, like moving forward, my main thing is holding the frame,
Mm-hmm.
like, of the relationship.
I guess.
So it's not necessarily PTSD, because I just feel like everybody is different, and I don't know. I just got this thing of like, I got a lot of shit that I need to improve on, like, for myself. So me today and me 5 years from now, something's gonna be different in terms of growth. So like, if I'm just super hard on somebody, not saying like I just let them do anything, but I don't think everybody's perfect.
Right.
So but yeah. I'm not trying to like be into something again to where it feels like past relationships.
Do you feel like I'm too hard in my relationship?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I understand. Okay, I was like, I see what he's saying. Yeah.
No, that wasn't directly to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Some stuff you be saying, I'm like, you ain't have to go that hard.
Yeah. No.
But I know you, so like I know where it's coming from. But yeah, a lot of stuff like yeah, I respect it. It's very respectable. But yeah, sometimes it's just like,
I understand.
She said what? So I broke up with her.
No, I definitely
You
never.
definitely just told me a story like 2
No.
days ago.
Oh, I know what story you're talking about because I only broke up one time. It's not like I just be breaking up.
No, I'm saying
willy-nilly like
even
that. No,
bro.
no. The story. Yeah. So it was just like, hey, I have a boundary and I choose peace over that. So if you're giving me more strife, then that's an issue, and you go over the boundary that I told you not to go over. So that's completely yeah, and that's the only time I've ever did that. Yeah,
I'm talking about moments where like you would have an argument and then you were like, all right, bet we ain't sharing locations no more. And you just like take that away. I'm just saying it's something.
Okay, if I did that, then I was tripping. You know what I mean?
You did.
I'm saying I don't even know the circumstance you're speaking on,
bruh. You said something happened, and then the girl was mad at you for something, or it was something dealing with a time frame or when something was supposed to happen, and then y'all had a back and forth, and then you like, all right, bet. I'm just gonna turn my location off. You ain't gonna know where I'm at. I ain't gonna know where you at, and like. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I'm like, it was just an argument.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be good tomorrow.
Yeah. Maybe you can re-give me the story off camera because I don't. Maybe I said that to say it, but I didn't do it.
Yes, you did.
Okay, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to find out what makes sense because I maybe did that like twice. Like, and I don't care the two reasons doesn't sound like that was it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
well, yeah,
but nah.
Either way.
Yeah. You know, I think that I can be tough on in general. Uh-huh. Yeah. I make, and this is actually I said this to her yesterday, and it was speaking. She was a part of the thing, but it wasn't like just about her. It was talking about me. Like, I put everybody else first, and I choose me last.
Yeah.
So there's a level of things I feel like I can get away with, and I told her I'm not saying this is right, but this is how I feel, and I know it's wrong. But I was like, there's things that I can do or get away with because I know there's nobody that can tell me that Justin is an absolute selfish person. Can I do selfish things at times? Yes, but those are rare times. But I always put people before myself, and so when I do that, there's things that I may be less willing to budge on because I know how many times I made sure you were straight over me. Yeah, so in a way I try to, and it could be very transactional. It could be pure that way, but there's things that I'm willing and will not to accept. Yeah, and I can be very tough in situations because if I am working more to make sure you're straight, then there's less grace I'm gonna have. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just kind of how it works in my head. I know there's a level of wrong in that. Mm-hmm. I know there's right in that too, but there's wrong in that as well, and I need to be more better on presenting that is. Mm-hmm. But so I do agree that I can be too tough sometimes.
Just sprinkled out.
Yeah. But I knew that's what the answer you was gonna give. It's not like I'll be surprised if you're like, nah, you ain't tough. I'm like, oh really? Yeah.
I can't go harder.
Oh shit. Yeah. Now I can get the whips and chains out. Nah.
The whips and chains out. That's too funny.
We're all right on time. I got a game. Do you got a game?
I have one, but you gonna win.
Okay.
we can do it.
It's supposed to be fun because this one is going to be tough. There's no way you're going to get this shit right.
All right.
Yeah, because I had the question already in line, but I never really looked up the answers. Well, and then because I thought that. Well, let me give the game.
Well, let me do mine first. That sounds more interesting.
Okay.
So there's a list in the U.S. of where ranked. Like the top 10 cities with the most beautiful women.
Okay.
And I was just going to ask you, can you give me 5 that's on that list?
The top 10 cities.
Yeah. I have most of them in my head.
New York?
Yes.
Okay. Los Angeles?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I'm just naming the bigger cities.
I know. This is why I thought about it after. I'm like, you know what? But all right.
Chicago?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 3. Atlanta?
Yes.
Okay. Boston?
No, I don't think so.
San Francisco?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you know Nashville was on there?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah. Like on multiple different lists.
Okay.
Nashville was on there.
I wasn't even going to say Nashville.
Yeah.
The most beautiful girls in the country? Okay. Was Memphis on there? That sounded a little shady, just given my history of how I actually think that. And maybe it's more of a black women thing. Y'all got one of the most beautiful women, black women there is. Mm-hmm. I just think so in general. Like now, when I went to Cordova High School, I was like,
oh yeah, Cordova.
Yeah, there was just a lot of beautiful black women.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just was.
Yeah, those schools, those on the outskirts.
Yeah. So that's just the reason why I said that.
And
but then of course it's a majority white country, so that just makes sense.
Oh, right. Yeah. About Nashville.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And what you're gonna find attractive is really what I'm saying, because you're looking through white people's lens, so they're not gonna say Memphis. So I was just really they're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So mine is of that list. This is actually let me just give the game. So this is the top 5 countries with the highest divorce rates, and I'm going to help you out a little bit, but it's just going to be a little guess. Whatever country you're thinking about, it's not it. Yeah. So I thought, so I'm going to give you one that's not on the list. United States is not on the list.
That was my first one.
Yeah, exactly. And that's actually, I was shocked.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah. So this is per 1,000. And so it's based on most recent global data from 2021 through 2023.
Where do people go to cheat? I'm going to go with divorce?
I don't think you're going to get one of these.
Damn.
So some of these countries, but you're not going to get it. And I'll help you out.
Spain.
No.
London.
No.
Is it somewhere in the UK?
No.
That is London.
Yeah, then it'll be UK on those, or England. Damn. So you said a city.
Yeah, I'm not the greatest at that, but
so there's nowhere in North America.
Nowhere in North America.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico. That's
North America. North or South America. How about that?
I'm gonna just start throwing shit out there. Tokyo.
That's a city,
Oh,
but you're still wrong. It's not
it's not
Japan.
even Asia.
I mean, Asian East is one of them, but they're more Central Europe mostly. But it's actually kind of tough a little bit.
Give me one.
Give you one. I'm gonna give you this one because you're not gonna guess it. Kazakhstan.
Why did I know you was gonna say that?
Really?
Oh God.
Okay.
What the fuck? I should have said that.
That's number 2 in the world.
Pakistan.
Nah. That's the only stand you got on the list.
Afghanistan was next. Thailand.
No Asian country like that.
Shit. Greenland.
Nah, I feel like you're out of guesses at this point.
I think I'm out of guesses.
All right. So number 1 is Maldives.
Mm.
How would you ever have guessed that? And that's just consistently the highest worldwide. So it's like unanimous, and it's leading. Kazakhstan is number 2. Russia is number 3. Belarus is number 4. Belgium is number 5.
Where's Belarus?
It's up there in like close to Russia, I think.
And then Belgium. Where's Belgium?
Belgium is like the midpoint between Germany and Russia, Germany and France, or something like that. It's in that whole Central Europe. So the reason why Maldives is like number 1, divorce is legally simple and affordable. Yeah, so social acceptance is high. So it's just like regular divorce is fine. It's easy. Yeah, exactly. Kazakhstan and other former Soviet states like Russia and Moldova is no-fault divorce laws, evolving social norms, and economic pressures. That's very vague. And Belgium and other Western European countries is financial independence and gender equality contribute to easier dissolution of marriage.
Socially accepted.
Yeah.
So it ain't even no like, how the phrase is cheaper to keep her.
Yeah,
they don't even go through this.
Yeah, exactly. So even with United States, so this is like 3.7. Maldives is 5.52 per 1,000. United States is 2.7 and 2.8 per 1,000. So it's significantly lower than a lot of these countries. It just because it's extremely expensive to get divorced here. Yeah. So that's kind of really why we're actually lower, because we're actually lower than China.
Really?
Yeah. China's 3.2.
They were just more strict.
Yeah, exactly.
With everything.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
That was cool.
Yeah,
that was a good game.
Really, really good on time.
Yeah. So I think we can kind of wrap it up here.
There's, yeah.
Oh well, hold on. There's one thing because we actually didn't talk about, and just we can finish here. I wanted your take on B. Simone.
I just saw a post of her response of the conversation that she had with her friend, and in the response it said watch the whole thing, but I've been seeing so many memes of like other people doing it. It's too fucking funny. It's just like there was one with this girl, and she was like, yeah, and then my car broke down, and the other girl was like, Jesus. I lost my house and my Jesus.
Yeah.
That was too funny.
Yeah. They definitely the internet gives her no grace.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, because
that was a perfect thing for her online presence.
Yeah.
For people to just tag on to something.
Yeah.
But what do I think about it? I from the clip alone, clearly I did not watch the whole thing.
Right.
But the clip that is being circulated around viciously, it just sounds like it painted the picture of making her looked like she was just thinking about herself, or like this person that, like, I don't know, that can come off as like jealous, about not having, because it was a 2-part thing, right? It was like the girl ended up having some type of success or whatever, and then B. Simone was like, she wished that it was both of them instead of just her.
Oh, I never saw that clip. The one that I was saying she was not getting no grace for was her choosing H&M over Bloomingdale's because she was broke.
What?
That's
what you talking about?
B. Simone. Yeah, she was like, I'm giving a general statement. That's not what she said. She wasn't saying I'm broke, but she was like, she didn't have the same affordability as she has in the past.
You talking about the friend?
No, B. Simone saying that. Like, hey, I was looking at Bloomingdale's and I was looking at the price of Bloomingdale's and like, damn, we're gonna have to go to H&M. You didn't see that video? Okay, well, I think we just need to brush up on it, and we're gonna keep this conversation for next week.
Okay, yeah. You don't know about the friend, and like basically telling her about how her life was terrible, and then she was friends with B. Simone, and and she was listing all these things, and then B. Simone was just like, wow, like clearly she could have helped her.
Oh no, I haven't
you didn't see that.
No.
That's literally what.
That's not what I've been seeing.
Maybe our algorithm.
Yeah. And this sounds like it's the same podcast clip.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we got some things to brush up on because I have a separate conversation versus yours, and we're gonna just save it for next week.
Yeah, we could do that.
All right, for sure. Well, this is Justin Devonte.
It's Stephen Ray.
All right, we Two for the Culture. We'll see y'all.
Peace.